Well, Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is going after the high court's conservative justices, going so far as to propose potential impeachment. She says their recent spate of high-profile decisions reveal, quote, a dangerous creep towards authoritarianism. Take a listen.
Without any balance on their power, then we will start to see an undemocratic and frankly dangerous authoritarian expansion of power in the Supreme Court, which is what we are seeing now, from the overturning of abortion rights to the ruling that discrimination and frankly stripping the full personhood and dignity of LGBTQ people. These are the types of rulings that signal a dangerous creep towards authoritarianism and centralization of power in the court.
Let's bring in Bill McGurn, former chief speechwriter to President George W. Bush, now a member of the Wall Street Journal editorial board and a Fox News contributor. So, Bill, thanks for being here. It turns out that at least when it comes to affirmative action, the Supreme Court's ruling squares with the public sentiment of a majority of Americans. 52% of them say they believe that a ban on including race as a factor in admissions is the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's right. All the polls show that. But, you know, when it comes to whether it's constitutional or not, it really doesn't matter if it's popular. It comports with the Constitution saying one race should not be favored over another. This clear meaning of the 14th Amendment. I mean, the Congresswoman really needs a primer on constitutional law, because the irony is in the Dobbs decision that she cites about abortion, the court didn't take power from themselves, which is what they did in Roe. They gave it back to the people operating through their elected representatives. And in the student loan case, the real check on dictatorship was saying the president doesn't have the authority to spend $430 billion of the people's money without the people having some say in the form of, again, the elected representatives. I mean, the irony is they were kind of giving power back to the Congresswoman's branch of government, and she doesn't seem to want it. She seems to prefer a five-person court setting policy, acting as a legislature for the country, or the president having unlimited power of the purse.
Well, the president has gotten busy pretty much from the moment of the ruling, working on, so-called workarounds. Take a listen to him in his own words.
You try to expand the court, which I think is a mistake after all the judgment was. I think if we start the process of trying to expand the court, we're going to politicize it maybe forever in a way that is not healthy.
So he doesn't want to expand the bench. He has made that clear all along, but he has proposed a whole series of other things he wants to do now to help U.S. students impacted by his forgiveness plan.
Yeah, I think he's right about expanding the court. It would be very political. But let's remember, his move on student loans was a really cynical effort to buy votes. And now he's campaigning against court for telling him the Constitution doesn't allow it. That was a point even Nancy Pelosi made 2 years ago, saying it would take an act of Congress to do it. So here's an idea: propose legislation and persuade Congress to pass it. That's what a leader does. That's what a president does when he wants to spend money, not just complain about a court that's biased.
Bill, got to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Okay, have a good Fourth.
You too. Thanks.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.